What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. And today we have some new information that I think is worthwhile taking a look at, as it could have to do with the potential of brand new, okay? Brand new, not old, but brand new Mega Evolution. Now, this is simply, for now, just a speculation, okay? So don't take this as, like, straight up, like, direct, like, it is news, but also, like, the whole Mega thing isn't actually a confirmed piece of info. But what we're going to be reading here is, like, actual information, but then, you know, there's speculation about the info itself and what it could mean. So keep that in mind as you are watching this. Otherwise, you know, people might assume that, oh, this is instantly, you know, just as soon as they see it, oh, it's instantly just like, this is, you know, confirmed real or whatever. But no, that's not what this is about. We're talking about potential here. So, what are we talking about? Well, basically, according to Jinx Club here, she got information from Japanese sources that these specific Pokemon here, these Gen 1 Pokemon, have their Japanese names re-trademarked. And you can see there's a huge list of Pokemon right there, and this is getting me quite excited, actually, because we've already heard about, and it turns out that most likely we will be seeing Mega Evolutions show up in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. As somebody who's a huge fan of Mega Evolutions, I'm excited. Even when I first heard about the prospect of them showing up, like you had Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise getting their, not trademarks, I guess, but like, not trademark, no, they're getting like new figurines, Mega figurines, coming out around the same time that the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee games are coming out, so they're going to work in the same promotion, you know, cycle, so to say, for Pokemon, which means there's the most, you know, big likeliness going to be Mega Evolutions in those games. But this is different, though, so let's read through the actual tweet. We'll read through some of the questions down here that were left to Jinx Club, and then we're going to take a look at what other places have, you know, said and talked about. You've got, like, Pokemon Millennium here, which I think I'll be able to translate, and then I'll go through what they have to say, and then I'll be showing you some really cool, like, actual Mega Evolutions and how, like, these Pokemon could look like as Megas. But let's start with the actual tweets here. So, according to my Japanese sources, these Gen 1 Pokemon have their Japanese names re-trademarked. Golem, which sounds awesome. I would love to see a Golem Mega. Machamp would be pretty cool. Raichu. Now, I will also point out that some of these Pokemon are really weird, like potentially getting Megas, because they already have like Alola forms, but it's besides the point. So, Raichu, Jinx, Starmie, the Hitmons, or, you know, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, etc. Arbok, Weezing, Persian, or, yeah, I guess that's what it, yeah. Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, and Dragonite. So, then people down here actually ask those questions. Now, first, I've got to say, like, these are some great Pokemon to get Megas. Like, I would love to see these Gen 1 Pokemon get Megas, but I would then hope that at least Gen 8 would bring also new Megas, but for, like Gen 2, Gen 3, or maybe, like, more like Gen 4, Gen 5-ish Pokemon, I think, deserve, like, more Mega Evolutions. Even, like, Gen 6 Pokemon would deserve some. Like, I feel like those kind of, like, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6 would need, like, more Megas from those generations, from the Pokemon, from those gens, and from those regions, so to say. But either way, let's continue here. So, do you think it could mean something, or are they just doing a trademark renewal? I'm curious to hear what you think. I don't want to speculate because I don't want people to get upset. And then A-Drive asks, Megas, lol, question mark. Last time we had re-trademarks, it was for Megas, but Golem and Persian already have had Alola forms, so I think this might not be linked to Megas. Also, I don't think they'll give Evolutions Megas. What is your gut feeling? Do you think they would add new Megas into Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee? I wouldn't be surprised. It seems that none of the Asian leakers know about whether there'll be new Megas, or even old Megas at all. I sure hope they add new Megas. So, then you see, like, somebody said, we did a quick checkup and discovered that all Gen 1 trademarks expired by July 2019. Couldn't it simply be a trademark renewal? Oh, I see. It could be. It could be, but they only trademarked a handful instead of all 151 ones. There were also some of them who was renewed before X and Y. So, see, this is the thing, right? It's hard to know, because even Pokemon Millennium here, which I'll be reading through their info here, because again, this is essentially a rumor for now. Even Pokemon Millennium is like, okay, but like Gen 1 trademarks expire by July next year. So 2019, not even this year, next year, they're expiring, so you want to make sure you trademark these things, you know, re-trademark, renew them. You know, companies do this shit all the time. But according to Jinx Club, it's weird because this isn't all the 151 Pokemon. This isn't every single Pokemon. I mean, if we're looking at individual to individual basis, I don't think they do, like, I don't think they usually, like, would do that. I think when they trademark, they kind of just do, like, if they're a brand new Pokemon, they trademark all of them because that's the best way to go about it. Or sometimes, I guess, they trademark one by one, depending on what it is. If it's like a specific special Pokemon, like Zeraora or something. I mean, I guess, I'm not really 100% sure of all that trademark stuff and all that crap, but based on what I'm reading here, they're supposed to read, like, you they're supposed to expire next year. The Gen 1 trademarks are supposed to expire July next year. But here's the thing, they only trademarked, as far as we understand here, a handful of them. Not 151. Actually, how many did they trademark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh, yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got 5 here, right? Yeah, you've got, you got 5 there. So you got 10, 11, no, 10, 11, 12, and then, like, about 15, right? 15 or so were trademarked, give or take. And that isn't a 151. Like, that isn't even 150. It's like, it's not the number that should be trademarked if this is supposed to be like a total renewal of those trademarks, because shouldn't they do them all at once? It just makes more sense. If you're just renewing a few, it makes no sense to me. Unless you're renewing them for the sake of brand new, like, iterations of Megas or Alola forms or that sort of stuff. Now, again, like mentioned by Jinx Club here, we do have Pokemon in this list that already do have other forms. Now, I think we should keep in mind that just because a Pokemon has a different form, that doesn't mean that it's excluded from the potential of having a Mega Evolution. I feel like we've kind of like made that as a basis on our own. Like we've said, like we've kind of told ourselves that, okay, if a Pokemon has a Alola form, it cannot get a Mega Evolution as well. But I feel like, how do we decide that? We've only just recently gotten Alola forms, and they were for mostly Kanto, just Kanto Pokemon, right? But that doesn't mean that those Pokemon that in their normal Kanto forms can't also get Mega Evolutions. I just feel like, to me, it would make sense if you still could have Mega Evolutions on them. Then again, I also would understand why it wouldn't work, because, like, how do Mega Evolutions work on Alolan versions of those Pokemon? Like, if you have a Alolan Golem, I guess, or a Alolan, Geodude or something like that, like, how would those Pokemon then, how would they, if they, I mean, Geodude and Golem, what am I even saying? But, like, if you had a Golem, for example, how will it actually work if you have an Alolan one and you have a normal one and you want to Mega Evolve your Golem? How would that work? I get in that sense, it wouldn't make it really would be really confusing and hard to understand how it would work out well and how you do it properly. But then again, for now, this is real info. They are getting trademarked, but still see this as more of a rumor about the potential of them being new Mega Evolutions, because we don't know that yet, based on the info we see here. Now, Pokemon Millennium also posted, like, their actual, thing here, and I'm going to try to read through this by translating it, and let's see if it translates. So, new Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Let's Go. After speculation about the return of Mega Evolutions following the latest statement by Takara Tomy, we return to talk about Mega Evolutions in the titles coming out on November 16th on Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which could include new shapes for some pocket monsters. And then you have right here, Jinx Club's post. And speaking is Jinx Club, also known on the web under the name of Cresselia, known for her leaks regarding Pokemon games. Now, I'm going to be honest, she doesn't actually leak stuff. She is just usually a translator. So she doesn't actually leak any direct info. She's given information by leakers and then translated. Or she doesn't even always get the info sent to her. She just sees the info and translates it so like you and me, anybody who speaks English, can understand it. So I wouldn't say she leaks stuff. She's kind of just mainly a translator, but she's usually the one that brings these leaks to us and sometimes also gets sent information privately that then ends up essentially being her leaking it. But it's already info that's been given out to other people, but she also gets that info, but it's more in the private sector. So yeah, sure, you can call her a leaker, but I feel like she does more translation work than, quote-unquote leaking. But it's besides the point. Jinx Club is an amazing person, though, and always brings some awesome info. Had several DM conversations, like, about Pokemon things, what's going to be happening and all that stuff. It's some crazy shit. But either way, so, according to my Japanese sources, all the trademarks of the first generation Pokemon have been re-recorded or, renewed. Golem, Machamp, etc., you already know these. This tweet leaves room for different speculations. As noted by Jinx Club, the last time Pokemon's trademarks were registered before its expiration was when Mega Evolutions were created for Pocket Monsters. However, let's take a step back. It could simply be a new global registration of all the brands linked to the first generation, as most of them will expire in 2019. In addition, the new registered trademarks of which Jinx Club does not speak, they are visible, which means that if they were confirmed information and not simply hoaxes, they have not yet been made public. So, again, this is also another thing. So apparently, okay, so I guess that kind of throws what I already said at the start of this video into a wrench, actually, which makes it, I guess it doesn't make it real info. I mean, she's saying here that according to her Japanese sources, these have their Japanese names re-trademarked, except now that you think about it, actually, now, yeah, they're right. I didn't even think about that. That hasn't been made public. Though I do trust Jinx Club because she mostly gives out, like, real info. Like, most of the general info we've gotten from her over the course of the last, like, since she actually started, like, putting out info there's been wrongs, but there's been a lot of rights. And also, re-trademarking stuff and renewing it wouldn't really be a surprise. So, what they're saying here is that it's not really directly confirmed info. So yeah, I guess you can consider this a rumor for now. Either way, if you made it this far into the video, now you know. Anybody watching the start and left will be like, oh, hey, the real stuff. No, but I guess it's still considered a rumor until we get like actual real posts and real info on it being really renewed. But either way, as the leaker points out, however, there's only talk about some Pokemon, not the entire Pokedex, which may suggest a difference in treatment compared to other Pocket Monsters. In addition, Jinx was registered for the second time in 2012, expiring in 2022, while Pokemon such as Weezing and Arbok were never recorded again, or renewed again. Let's now look more specifically at the list of the interested Pokemon. Some, like Jinx, Hitmonchan, and Hitmonlee, do not have an evolution. In this case, the new trademark registration could presage or I don't know what that even means, but a completion of the evolutionary line rather than the arrival of a Mega Evolution. This theory seems to get stronger given the presence of the first 151 Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu, or Let's Go, which would exclude the pre-evolutions Smoochum and Tyrogue from the games. Okay, oh shit! So they're talking like actual. Are they talking like actual evolutions or just Mega Evolutions? Because I think they're talking about Mega Evolutions. Or no, they're talking about actually like completing the evolutionary line by giving those Pokemon Megas giving them actual evolutions rather than Megas. So that's an interesting thought there. Okay. In addition, all Pokemon are easily connected to some prominent characters within the game. Starmie is one of Misty's Pokemon. The Celestopoli, maybe that's a translation. Gym leader. They're talking. Okay, wow. Well then, while Golem could easily be associated with the Plumby City. Okay, they have like the Italian names for the cities. They're talking about Pewter City. Gym leader Brock, even the Super Quattro seems to be involved in all this. Jinx, Arbok, and Dragonite are respectively part of the team of Lorelei, Agatha, and Lance Bruno. However, has in this team 3 of the Pokemon mentioned in the tweet: Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Machamp. Arbok, as well as Agatha, is only connected to Jesse of Team Rocket. We already had Pokemon Cobra on his team on Pokemon Yellow. Similar argument can be made for both James with his Weezing and for Giovanni, the leader of the criminal organization with his favorite Pokemon. So what he's trying to get across here is a final note regarding the evolutions of Pikachu and Eevee cover Pokemon, all on this list in case of the Pokemon evolution. Okay, whatever. You get the point. I think it's just kind of like they go over like mainly why this couldn't, possibly won't be Megas. And I get it, right? I actually really understand what they mean here. A lot of these Pokemon that are in this, that are being registered here, Golem, Machamp, etc., they're all connected somehow. But then again, that makes no sense either. Of course they're going to be connected. Just trying to make this kind of... It's like a double-edged sword what they're saying here. They're trying to say that, okay, these Pokemon are clearly able to be connected to this and this and this and this. Well, no shit, they're in the game. Of course they can be connected. That's such a weird thing. I'm not attacking Pokemon Millennium here. I love these guys. They always put out good info and they have good, speculations, information. I love that. But I feel like that what they're saying here makes no sense. It's just okay, but these Pokemon are in the game no matter what. Just because there's these select ones, you're making this connection to these Pokemon being connected to this and this and this and this, because that's just how they can fit in well and make it seem like this has no meaning, right? That's one way to do it. I mean, that works in the same way I'm talking about this. I'm talking about it in the sense of, okay, you have this and this Pokemon, they already have Alola forms, yada yada yada. I get it. They're trying to kind of pick out the Pokemon that are here and trying to place them into positions and be like, okay, this is why they're getting re-trademarked, because they're going to be, associated to these and these and these characters. These will be associated to these and these and these characters, etc. So in that sense, I get it. But then again, they also mentioned Raichu and then also Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, how they will be connected. Now, I already do know that for some reason on the Pokemon Kanto map, they had Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon on Pallet Town for some reason, which is really odd. But, either way, it's besides the point, guys. So, I want to ask you guys, before we, end here, these are some of, really awesome designs I found online. This was made by Godzilla 1030 here, and this was on the Pokefanon Wiki, which is a Mega Golem, which looks amazing, by the way. It's like a molten one. And you also have, a Mega Flareon here, Mega Arbok, Mega Vaporeon. I want to ask you guys, do you think these designs are cool? And also, would you want to see Megas for these Pokemon? Because I think I love that. I would love a Mega Golem. I think that would be amazing. A Mega Arbok, like this? Holy moly. Vaporeon? Hell yes. I would actually want to see a Jolteon Mega Evolution, which they did mention here. Jolteon is also one of the Pokemon that got trademarked again. But then again, this possibly could be nothing, guys. Keep in mind, this could be literally nothing. We're talking about Megas here, but it could be that these things have no relevance to each other whatsoever. This could have nothing to do with Megas. But hey, it's rumors, it's speculation, it's all fun and games, guys. You know, no need to be angry if it doesn't happen or if it does happen. It's just, you know, whatever. If it happens, hell yes, we're getting new Megas. If it doesn't happen, well, hey, it was just a rumor. It was just speculating. That's all it is. But either way, thanks so much for watching. My name is Ruffle Rowlett. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, guys, and bye-bye.